let's flash back to 2003. The good old days. MySpace launched for the first time ever. Harry Potter fever was in full effect. Incredible films like Finding Nemo and Brother Bear stole every child's heart. Toys R Us was the place to be. Everyone and their dogs had the latest enhancement in technology, the Sony Ericsson mobile phone, and then all of us were suddenly exposed to an audible STD that rocks out with his out. Yes, that is a wang. You are not seeing any different.
Ding 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 ding.
Crazy Frog, or the Annoying Thing, was a thing created by this guy in 2003 as a mascot for the now-defunct ringtone company Jamster, a service where you would text a phone number to buy catchy and funny ringtones for your mobile. And there is no doubt that you unfortunately heard this snotty little voice come out of someone's phone more times than is legal. His catalogue of hilarious sounds included Crazy Frog Jump Style, Crazy Frog Jamaica, Crazy Frog Jingle Bells, Crazy Frog Drunk Too Much, Crazy Frog is Puking, Crazy Frog and its Girlfriend, no, I am not joking, and the Crazy Frog is f***ing. Yes, this is real. This thing can clap cheeks! Too many cheeks, in fact, that he blew his fat load, didn't clean up the mess, and they spread like the pandemic. He was everywhere. Coming out with a dedicated music video in 2005, which as of recording this, has nearly 5.5 billion views. His face was plastered on everything. Albums, marketable plushies, clothing, McDonald's toys, music tours. And then, inevitably, he plagues the world of video games. It seems like back then, everyone couldn't get enough of the amphibian, and they wanted a portion of all that wonga he was raking up, leading to this amalgamation. Crazy Frog Racer for the PS2. Crazy Frog Racer was released in 2005 during the height of the frog's popularity by Neko Entertainment and Digital Jesters, the latter of which released this game to such critical acclaim, they shut down immediately. So you know we're in safe hands. Here he is, the 10th wonder of the world in his own fully licensed and officially published video game. And thankfully he got castrated. The game opens with the Annoying Thing doing his annoying thing, and then we meet our colourful cast of characters that we'll be seeing throughout the Grand Prix. The Wretched Toad, Tinkerbell, Jet Set Radio, your local Chav, a Bionicle, Def Jam Fight for New York, Mungdal, Donkey Combat, and my old food tech teacher. But when it comes to the titular races, it won't really matter what character you pick or what their stats say. They'll all play the exact damn same, so please don't get your hopes up for the rest of it. There are several gameplay modes for both 1 or 2 players, if you have any friends you want to torture with a scrap heap. For 1 player, there's Championship, where you can play through 3 available cups consisting of 4 races each. Single race, which is exactly what it says on the tin, you play through 1 race with whatever track you want. Time Trials, where you need to finish the race as fast as you can to beat the record, and Chase Mode, which is directly inspired by the Axel F music video, in which you have to race against drones and survive for the longest you can because they're trying to kill you. For 2 players, there's also a championship and single race mode, but also a battle mode, where you and a friend are pitted against each other in a fight to the death essentially. Using the power-ups provided, whoever depletes the other's health to 0 wins. I mean, I didn't say it was any good, it's just there. And I'm having to play this game by myself. Alone. In my bedroom. In my pants. Regretting every decision I've ever made in life. But that's not what we're here for, is it? We're here for the crazy racing. And I'm gonna pick Grim because he looks the best, and I know word of a lie had a crush on him as a kid. He purely makes me question my taste in lovers. Here we go. Rev up those engines, fellas, because we're in for a hell of a ride. Well, if that isn't the most irritating and sickening intro to a race I've ever seen, is this meant to hype me up or make me throck all over the carpet? Anyway, here we go, lads. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, no! Okay, there is a lot to get through here because Where do I even start? Immediately, you're thrust into a race and all of the faults stick out like a sore thumb. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Game Development 101, where you'll learn the most essential steps to bringing your dream projects into reality. Step 1...
Not fucking this!
First, we'll address the elephant in the room and the most damning evidence of all, the gameplay. This is gonorrhea incarnate. The camera loves to jerk around a lot and clip over textures, to the point where you randomly stop and place on an obstacle if you stray too far, and you can magically phase through tunnels and walls like Harold Popoff. It is impressively nauseating. I couldn't even play for more than 20 minutes at a time. My eyeballs definitely felt like they were being strained and sucked out of my skull. And that's not even the primary complaint of this game. The controls, however, are utter bollocks. Like every politician, they're extremely sensitive and can't cope with the smallest amount of pressure. The slightest tap of the analog stick makes you jitter, and having full control is so slippery. How do I put this? Well, the steering feels like you're a puck on an air hockey table. You're constantly bouncing off the road and going way too fast that you'll be careening off the track and out of bounds straight into someone's head. There are little to no invisible walls or barriers to keep you on the road or prevent you from going the wrong way, leading you to fall off more ravines and cliffs than the Mishima family. I swear to you, I am not playing badly on purpose to make this game look worse than it is. Trust me, it is exactly what you're looking at, and it is shit. Now here's a little montage of the game being defeated by its own faults. Please enjoy, because I sure didn't. There's really nothing more I can say about the gameplay other than it's everything that a future video game dev should avoid doing lest they want to declare bankruptcy within the next month. After 3 cups, after 12 agonizing races, what do I get as a consolation prize? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing, tra-la-la.
Like every racing game, you're provided with power-ups to stop your opponent from taking the lead, but as long as you collect these skull coins throughout the racetrack to buy them, yes, you need to buy items in the middle of a race. This was the precursor to microtransactions. You've got traps, rockets, shields, guns, pretty basic stuff. Now, in theory, and when done correctly, this sounds like a pretty decent mechanic for a racing game, but put into practice, not so much. And spoiler alert, the power-ups do fuck all. None of them actually target the race that you're trying to take down. The rockets and lasers are shot at complete random and can only be used at close range. The boost makes your playtime all the more miserable, cause it, of course, makes you go so fast that you lose all control of your steering and fall off the road. The nuke was supposed to be like a blue shell from Mario Kart, only for it to have a mind of its own and bugger off, avoiding the racer in first place. The shield does diddly prick. The only power-ups that will help you are the 2 types of traps that you plant behind you. I mean, not that they'll help decently. You'll be overlapping most of the races anyway because of, again, I have to stress, how fast you're going! That, and you'll be eventually running into your own traps you set on the way, so get good. Another grievance on the game's part is the overall feel and design of it. It looks like a painfully generic racer with copy-paste assets all over the place. The roster only has a pitiful 9 characters to choose from, the majority of which consists of Mary Sue OCs ripped straight from the pits of DeviantArt. The annoying thing and the drone being the only exception because, you know, they're canon, and Grimm being the only exception for me because I'm not biased at all whatsoever. And the UI... is... why? Also, what's up with the selection noises? I've already had enough childhood trauma listening to this twat, so why did we need to replace every single sound with his vocal stimming? And can we just talk about how... annoying these characters are to listen to? You've got the frog sounding like a child that needs putting down. Jack sounding like your nan fell out of bed. Michael sounding like Kermitting. Flash sounding like a sacrificial lamb. And Grimm sounding like me on the average Saturday night. The sound emanating from these creatures' mouths will get tiring insanely quickly. But most importantly, we need to talk about the racetracks themselves, because why do they look so damn ugly? These tracks are some of the most poorly designed things I've ever sat through, with sharp turns at every corner, way too steep ramps, and road signs you won't see coming from a mile off because of how fast you'll zip past them. It feels more like you're riding a roller coaster. You know, the one from Final Destination 3 where it malfunctions, breaks down, and everyone dies horrifically. Wait, hold on. These tracks are actually one gigantic interchangeable map. So what they did was just cordon off areas of this giant map to give the illusion that you're racing in different tracks. So maybe that's why they all look so similar to each other, but this is just beyond lazy. Come on, I'm meant to be playing in a vast and bustling metropolitan city, not Chatham. There's no variety, no flavor, no spice, no seasoning, not even any MSG. It's bland, dull, and has nothing to show for it. And these track layouts, my god, they all look like a doctor's handwriting. Like, do you see what I mean by too many sharp turns and loop-de-loops? How are we supposed to focus on the screen and then back to the layout to see which way we're supposed to be going? And worst of all, the majority of these races can last from anywhere from 3 minutes to nearly 8 minutes. Just like me. No, wait! It gets even worse! After winning 3 standard cups, you then unlock what's called the Special Cup, which combines all 3 cups together that you've just played, all 12 races together, into an hour-long misery marathon.
I beg your pardon?
My results counted at the end of the Special Cup a total of 1 hour and 4 minutes of replaying every single repetitive racetrack twice. And I also took the liberty of adding my records from the 3 previous cups I just done, tallied it all together to give me a grand total of 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's nearly 2 hours of my entire life that I'm never getting back. And only then can you unlock this stupid pricking cow. What is the point of hiding her behind an unlock wall when you know damn well she's going to play the exact same as everyone else in this Sonic thing? This is, simply put, a lazy, pointless cash grab of a game. Whoever approved of this and decided it was a good idea needs to be put on some kind of list, because I'm very concerned. Well, the good thing is at least they didn't let money go to the head and they strayed away from the annoying blemish. So I guess this was just a one-off thing to cash in on 2005's meme of the year before the bandwagon stopped. Hello? Oh, sorry, could you repeat that? Wait, what? They made a sequel?!